What's up everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm just going to walk through a bunch of my hatchlings that I currently have that are growing really well, as you can see that little guy over there, and just kind of show the progression that I haven't shared with y'all. My thoughts on breeding currently has gone pretty well, and a little issue I ran into. But make sure you like this video, subscribe, comment what you want to see next, and let's get right into it. Love this little guy. So first and foremost, this is my first ever hatchling. Him and his little brother or sister over there, not too sure yet. But this is little baby Han, and he was my first ever, or she was my first ever hatchling. And it's crazy to think that this little stunner was my first ever production. Now, this is a Frappuccino, and that is a 25% chance of getting it from a cappuccino and lily white pairing. And that guy over there is a cappuccino. Now, the quality definitely on this side did not come to his favor. He got more of his mom's side compared to the dad, which is almost a little carbon copy of his dad. But nevertheless, I love them both, and you can tell that's a cap. Definitely by the tail right here. A bunch of those dark lines on the tail are showcasing that it is a cap, and then you got that little white V as well. So this guy eventually will be for sale, but this Han, I'm not too sure yet. But this is the first pair. I'm going to try to go in chronological order of how they were hatched, but might mess up. So let's get right into the next pair. All right, so this is the second little egg clutch that I hatched, and you can see he is looking very similar to Han, but this is Bengal. And one of the main differences is between Han and Bengal is that Tangerine popping through on Bengal, hence his name. Being from Cincinnati as well, Cincinnati Bengals seem to fit well. But he or she is a beautiful animal. One that I'm really not looking forward to get rid of, so I probably won't. I'm probably going to keep my best ones that I enjoy the most, and he is looking to be one of them. Now his counterpart is this little guy right here. Another cappuccino. Still has those dowel spots, as you can see on his little head and some on his body, but I mean, the pattern on this guy with the full pin is beautiful. I really wish he didn't have the dowel spots, but he does. That definitely, again, came from the mom. This is from the same exact pairing as you saw before. And you can see the little differences definitely in the quality compared to that first cap to this cap is night and day. But, I mean, look at the spots on that guy. Not my biggest thing, but, again, this guy will be available eventually and will go to a nice loving home. And I honestly, if he didn't have those spots, he would have been a keeper in my books, but unfortunately not the look I'm trying to go for. Now this little guy is definitely going to be staying for the long term. And here is the third little clutch. So as you can see, very, very different compared to the first two that you've seen. That's because it's a different dad and a different mom. So this first pairing came from Martini, my big cappuccino male, which that is kind of what Martini looked like as a little baby. And he's just as feisty as him. As I was trying to get him out, he was opening his mouth trying to nip at my finger. Now the other one, oh gosh, the other one, can't tell if you can really see on camera, but it has that tangerine. And it pops, I mean, like almost a green color when he's fired up. I wish he was fired up right now. But that dark base gets almost a really green and yellow tint on him. It's really interesting kind of look. Again, will be for sale. As you can see, the little bully just wanted to get his screen time. But this is the third pairing. We'll see what this little cap develops into. No dowel spots that I have seen. He's going to have those little high white peaks, that little partial pen, that striping look. So who knows? Maybe we'll pair it to a triple X and try to get a triple X cap down the line, or maybe he'll be on the chop block. Probably will be available. So just let me know if you guys are interested in any of these, and they can definitely be shipped out come springtime. Payment plans indeed are welcome. So now we are back, and this is the pairing from the first parents. So this is their third clutch. As you can kind of see, it has that tangerine vibe to it from this beautiful specimen right here, and also this beautiful specimen right here. Nothing but quality. Definitely has a certain look to them, which I certainly love with that lily white and that cappuccino pairing, but can't keep them all. So I'm thinking that these two are definitely going to be on Morph Market or available on my Instagram at Burton Wild as well with 2 Ds. But I don't know, I might change my mind because this one's beautiful and so is this one. I mean, stunning. Let me know what you guys think. Would you guys be interested in this? Which one, if you guys could pick out of all of these, which one is your favorite? Let me know in the comments down below. So coming towards the end of the little hatchlings that I currently have thriving, living really well is this normal looking gecko. And I love the pattern on this little guy with that yellow popping through. It's almost like that triple X coming across the way with those 3 lines. But this little one will be available as well down the line. And then so will this one. This is another cappuccino looking to pass through as well. So this came from Martini and Chad. Martini, you guys know him, and Chad is my extreme Harlequin, almost triple X yellow, really yellow female. And I really like these. Not sure if I'll keep producing those two together, but I really enjoy them. Let me know what you guys think. So this little clutch is definitely my most tangerine. I mean, look at that. Look at that little guy. The most tangerine of the lot. So you got your cappuccino over here, and you got your, I want to say lily white, but I'm not too sure over here. I think it's a lily white, not a frappuccino, but I could be wrong. Let me know. And I mean, this guy, wow. The pattern, the look, I mean, the pink on his little head, he has some pink on him too, if you can look closely at his head. It's just a stunner. It's amazing what you can create and breed with these amazing little animals and what they look like overall. What would you name this guy in the comments? What would you name him? Let me know. Top comment with the most likes. That will be his name. And potentially, maybe he'll go to one of you guys if you want him bad enough. But looking at him, I might keep him myself. I mean, oh my gosh. Wow. Wow. And lastly, this little guy, my little lily white, who's currently staying in here, a little new tub I'm working on from Crate and Barrel, seeing how that works, is my last one that is currently hatched, and he is on the run. But his partner is over in there and has not hatched. As you can see, today's date versus the day that I put him in there, and all of those down in there, we still got some time to cook. Plenty of time to cook, which I cannot complain about. Oh my gosh, well, he just jumped off. Well, I need to go get him, but I'll jump into a little issue that I had recently and finish off this video. So disregard Latte. She's just here for moral support, and so you guys have something pretty to look at while I'm just rambling on. But recently, I had an issue with a clutch of eggs where one of them did hatch and I got out, and somehow he escaped his little enclosure and was gone for about a day. But eventually I found him. But the other egg, it took maybe a week, I want to say close to a week with him not hatching compared to the other one that did. So what I decided to do after looking some research and doing everything, and I really did not want to do it, but I cut open the egg, and unfortunately it was a underdeveloped gecko that was supposed to hatch but could not hatch on its own, and sadly did not make it. I mean, it was not a beautiful sight, and I'm glad that that little thing is in a better spot, better place, and is living it up in the gecko kingdom, but he was never gonna make it with what I saw. And I didn't know that that was a thing, but sometimes that's how things work in the creation of life, and I really wouldn't wish it on anyone. It was not a very fun experience. My fiance, she was crying. It was the first death that we faced, and it was nothing enjoyable about that. That's all I'm gonna mention. But the little guy, his sibling, was doing well and then somehow didn't, and he was in his enclosure. He was eating, using the restroom, but one day I came into my room to spray and he was no longer alive. Some reason, I don't know what it is, but he just went limp and he was dead. Yeah, I didn't think there was anything wrong with him. I checked him out a couple days after his brother passed, and I couldn't see anything wrong, so I called up the vet, and they pretty much said sometimes that can happen with a clutch. They both just don't function properly, and they don't make it, which I was not aware of, and being 100% success rate, that is now not at 100%. And that's something that you kind of have to live with being a breeder, especially your first time go around. And I'm no master breeder. I mean, you guys saw the numbers. It's not a crazy amount of numbers, but it's something. I mean, you helped create life in a way, and you're responsible for it, and you feel for them, and sometimes it's not meant to be. But I just wanted to share that with you guys, not trying to end on a negative note, but just realistic. I mean, it's not going to go perfect with everything in your life, and it's not going to be a perfect situation for everything. So whatever is thrown your way, you just got to deal with it head on and make the best of what it is. But that's going to be it for me today, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the video showing you current hatchlings that I have, and we have a bunch on the way. Say hi to Pee-wee and Bean over here. But that's going to be it. Please, again, like, share, subscribe. Let me know what you want to see next. I got some stuff cooking. I'm going to do a breeding 101, feeding my geckos, more vlog stuff. And I want to know, would you guys be interested in more fish stuff? Because I'm thinking about getting a saltwater tank and doing a Corridors tank, but not sure what you guys think, because it's pretty much all been crested geckos. But I appreciate y'all. Love y'all. Peace.